If you've been thinking of starting a business, or you've recently started a business and you're not really sure where to focus your time or what to do, this video is going to be huge for you. I want to discuss the 5 main mistakes that people make when starting a new business. There's a lot of things to focus on. Business is very complex, so I want to go into the 5 things that I know I made mistakes on when I first started, and I wish I knew beforehand. So I want to jump straight into it. Number 1 being wasting too much time in the planning stage. Now, I know this might sound counterintuitive, because a lot of people do say to plan meticulously and, you know, get every detail right, understand your numbers. Maybe for some businesses, if you've got prior business experience, but if you're a new business owner, there is absolutely no point going over the top with planning, because you'll find that as you start to take action in business, your plan will become irrelevant, because you really had no idea what you were doing in the planning stage and you didn't know what to plan for. So things like different product names or future product names, branding, like brand coloring, logos, writing out a full business plan and coming up with like a business strategy. There's no point going into depth with all that stuff, because you just really, the only thing you need to be focusing on is just taking action. Okay, and taking action on sort of bringing in leads and networking is really where you want to be focusing your time on, not planning. Don't waste months planning, just start to take action. Okay, so number 2 is spending time on non-income generating tasks, and this is a massive one, because there's so much stuff in business you can get caught up on. Like once you start getting into it, you understand how many, there's literally thousands of different tasks you could do in business. Okay, some of them generate income, a lot of them don't. Okay, so things again like branding, systems, thinking too far ahead, and you know, strategy again, accounting, bookwork, all these things are really, really important, but they're definitely not important at the start of a business. So again, don't spend time on anything that doesn't generate income or will generate income in the future. Okay, so we'll go into what I want to go into is what main tasks are income generating. And basically, if you think about it like this, the main thing you want to be focusing on is making a sale. Okay, getting some income into the business, which means you have to make a sale. Someone has to buy a product or engage you in a service. Okay, so the only way you make a sale is by generating good qualified leads, and the only way you get leads is by marketing and networking. So those are the 3 things you need to be focusing on. Firstly, marketing and networking. They're the 2 main ways you're going to get work, or you're going to get leads into your business. And then you want to do some sort of lead nurturing, or you know, a sales process to get that lead to basically buy from you and you make the sale. Okay, so that is literally all you need to be focusing on, probably to at least 10K a month. All right, that's it. And then you can start focusing on the other stuff. You basically just want to be moving the needle 1% every single day on just those 3 tasks, on those 3 areas. Okay, so number 3 is letting fear slow you down, and this is a big one for so many people. I know it was a big one for me. I still struggle with it now. You know, there's some things and some tasks I know are so challenging and could potentially go so bad that there's a level of fear going, gosh, you know, you really doubt yourself, and you double think. And to be honest, especially in the start, you just need to be going 100 miles an hour and failing as much as you can, learning as much as you can. It's the only way you're going to get all the experience you need to be successful in business. So don't let fear get in the way of you taking action. It really doesn't matter. I mean, if you set things up well and you've got a little bit of money to fall back on, and you know, you've secured yourself financially a little bit, it doesn't have to be over the top, but just go 100 miles an hour. It doesn't matter if you fail. It doesn't matter if, you know, the decisions you make are wrong. Just don't, whatever you do, don't let fear get in the way, because it will slow you down and it stops most people from becoming successful. Number 4 is spending too much money too early in the business. So basically, the only thing that keeps your business alive is money, cash flow. That's pretty much it. Okay, you need money coming into your business, flowing through it consistently. Okay, so if you're spending all that money, you're basically sucking the life out of your business. I do agree that you should probably pay yourself a small wage at the start if you can afford it. If you get to that point, pay a small wage, because that helps you stay motivated and driven to keep growing the business. But don't suck too much out. Don't go buy a new car just because you made 10 grand this month or 20 grand this month. You don't need a new car. There's a lot of shit you don't need, but the most important thing, if growing your business is a priority of yours, you should be focusing on putting that money back into your marketing, putting it back into your networking and generating your leads and making more sales. That's pretty much it, all right? So don't spend too much money at the start. Number 5, and the last one, is thinking negatively. And this is something that I, again, struggle with still at the moment, because there's so many things in business that go wrong. It's almost impossible to never think negatively. What I mean by in this point is you've just got to learn to understand what triggers your negative emotions, understand what you can control, what you can't control, and just don't let everything get to you. Because trust me when I say, like, you've heard people say business is really hard, and it is really hard, but the most hard part about it is the things that are constantly going wrong, and just understand that that's part of the process. So try not to let your negative thoughts take over, and you just got to keep going. All right, guys. So number 1, wasting too much time planning. Number 2, spending time on non-income generating tasks. Remember, you need to be just making sales. That's pretty much all you need to be focusing on for the first 10, 20,000 a month. Next one's letting fear slow you down. Number 4, spending too much money. And number 5 is negative thinking and negative emotions. All right, guys, avoid those at all costs, okay? They're the biggest mistakes most people make, and if you can just wrap your head around those, you're gonna do well. All right, guys, cheers. Chat to you soon.